Hello, welcome to Pro Mixing and Mastering. Today I want to show you the power of reference mixing. Basically, reference mixing is when you get a professionally done song mixed, which has been mixed, engineered and mastered professionally, that you want to compare with your mix as you go on mixing. Now, I've got a song done by Drake that I feel is closer, a little bit closer, though they used expensive equipments, but all the same, I feel this song of Drake, which is titled God's Plan, is closer to what I wanted to mix, what I wanted to make, what I wanted to master. So I came closer to his way of mixing and mastering. Just listen to this.
Mean that I don't want you in my life, cause I want you in my life. I cannot live without you. You are all that I got. Get me out of these. They gon' tell the story, she was different with me. God's plan. Every time I close my eyes, plan. Got some brothers that I just wanna know you. Tell the story, she was different. Just wanna follow you, man. God's plan. I hold back so free. Let your blood cover me.
Now, you should not forget that this track of mine is not yet mastered. I have just mixed it. So I want you to listen to how closer I have come to Drake's God's Plan song, and just the way they engineered everything, just the way. Then after that, I'm gonna explain what I used and how I came to where it is right now.
Mean that I don't want you in my life, cause I want you in my life. I cannot live without you. You are all that I got. Get me out of these. They gon' tell the story, she was different with me. God's plan. Every time I close my eyes, plan. Got some brothers that I just wanna know you. Tell the story, she was different. Just wanna follow you, man. God's plan. I hold back so free. Let your blood cover me.
So as you can tell, though mine is not yet mastered, and this one for Drake is mastered, is engineered, it is complete. Mine has just been mixed. You can just tell that I have come closer to the way they do their mixing and just the tricks that they use. So what did I do? I first, just like I said, I used reference mixing. I just referred to the way they recorded, the way they mixed the song and what they did. So I also tried to do my own trick, and this is how I came up with the voice that you're listening to right now. Now, here is what I used. This is the recording. This is my recording right here. And the first thing that the first plugin that I used was Arrowvox, just to raise it up a little bit. Then secondly, I added reverb just a little bit, about two. Then I used denoiser to remove noise from the vocal. Then I used parallel compression. Parallel compression is basically taking a copy of this original vocal and just copying it or duplicating it, making it into two. Then what I did with parallel vocal is I first compressed it real hard. You first have to compress it real hard, really hard, to about 44.9, negative 44.9. That is the threshold. Then the ratio just a little bit to 0.96, and then from there I used our EQ. This is how the parallel compressed vocal sounds like. Listen to this. So what I want and what you aim for is just this last part, the top end. Note this.
I don't want to run.
What you want to do is just to get the last part, this. So once satisfied, I went on to adding Fab Filter Sedan, because I felt like Drake's song has distortion, has saturation. So I used Fab Filter Sedan for saturation. Then I went to a preset called All Round. Then I went to All Round. Then I picked Saturate and Color. Then I raised the band just a little bit to give it that saturation. Remember, this is the parallel compressed voice. Then number 4, I RDS'd it to make sure that I compress the s and the tss, so that the harshness can be removed from our parallel compressed voice. Then number 5, I added a get to remove in between noise. Then finally I added denoiser to remove the background noise, and this is how it sounds like. What I did with this one is that I put it inside the original vocal. This is what I did. I removed the volume, then I played the original vocal like this.
I don't want to wrong you.
I played it, and then I just brought this one to where I felt like the parallel compressed vocal was sitting well, and this is how it sounds like.
I don't want to wrong you.
Just to bring out that top end. Then in my main voice, I put it in group 2. I created a group. All you have to do is come on empty and then add group channel. That is how you create group channels. Then I added it into group 2. In group 2, I used EQ. I wrote out the low end, and then I removed unwanted frequencies using the sweeping method, searching for unwanted frequencies. And then from there, once satisfied, I used auto-tune, because I can tell in Drake, as you can listen to Drake's Gas Plan song, he has auto-tune. So I put auto-tune, then my retune speed, I set it to fast. Basically that's what I did. Then my key, I found that my key is in C, was played in C, so I put C, and then it was in major, so I put C major. Then from there I put Fab Filter Sedan. I saturated it again, added a little bit of distortion to around plus 1.96 dB, just a little. Then from there I added a C1 get just to remove the background noise, the in-between noise I mean. Then I added X noiser to remove the inside noise. That's what I did, and these are the settings and the plugins that I used for this vocal. Listen to it.
I don't want to wrong you. I just want to know you.
Then I just downloaded Drake's God's Plan song. Then I dropped it in my Cubase. Before mixing, I went to the instrumental. I opened up the instrumental, and then I tried to refire the instrumental with what Drake used, according to the way they just balanced it and what they didn't use and everything they used. So I came closer to the way his instrument sounds like the kick, the snare, and the hat. So just to reference and try to make it sound more professional. And this is how I came up with the kick, with the snares, and with the instrument. Here it is, like this.
I don't want to wrong you. I just want to know you.
God's plan.
I don't want to wrong you.
I hold back sometimes.
For you. I don't.
As you can listen to, they are really closer. One thing I know is that in his voice there is auto-tune, there is distortion, which is saturation. I have my saturation, and they did cut a lot of low, and they did a lot of sweeping, EQing, and also they added a get and noise, a noise gate I mean, and also X noiser or noise removal plugin. And I know that's what they did, apart from just using expensive equipments. And I'm gonna play the song once more so you guys can listen to it. Here it is.
Mean that I don't want you in my life, cause I want you in my life. I cannot live without you. You are all that I got. Get me out of this place. I don't want to be
different with me. God's
Lord,
plan.
every time I close my eyes,
Plan. Got some brothers that
I just wanna know you.
don't tell the story. Shit was different.
Just wanna follow you,
Plan. God's plan. I hold back some.
free. Let your blood cover me.
Basically, guys, this is the way you do reference mixing. And as you continue doing reference mixing, I know that your mixes are just gonna transform. So start referencing today. Don't mix blindly. Start referencing with the professional sounds, so that also your sound can sound professional. I'll see you on the other side.